Hi, this is Karen, and I'm gonna to discuss a geographical excursion lesson plan and the field work. This is my EUB assessment 2 lesson sequence, and this is based on the before lesson sequence. The target group is still the year 2 student. The inquiry question here is what is your special place? So I'm gonna to ask a student, what is your special place? It is essential for children to understand place because the meaning of place is the location plus meaning. So the special place must have the special meaning to children. In the lesson sequence, students will ask to discuss their special place in the community. That's what and why this is a special place for them, and label the special place on the map. Then they do the excursion to find out this place, its direction, and the distance from school to this place. After excursion, students will stay together and discuss the information they have gathered in the excursion. During the process of sharing the information, is a kind of the process to develop their ability of express their ideas and develop their collaboration skills. Also, in the whole process, their literacy and numeracy abilities will be developed. Alright, so let's have a look at this lesson sequence. Here, I want to state the content objectives. After field work, students should have the ability to identify the features that define places and recognize that places can be described at different scales. Also, they could have the ability to explain why places are important to people, recognizing that places have meaning. Represent data at the location of places and their features in tables, plans, and unlabeled maps. Children are able to interpret geographical information to draw conclusions, and they are able to present findings in a range of text and use simple geographical terms to describe the directions and the location of places. The lesson sequence contains 3 parts. The first part is the pre-field work, and then it's the field work. Students will go to their own special places and find out the information, gather the information, and come back. And the final part is a post-field work. Students report their information they gathered and discuss, and this is also the process teacher could assess their current ability. Alright, so let's start with the pre-field work. In the pre-field work part, there are 3 lessons, and the first license I designed it for 40 minutes, so it's a kind of the engaged phrase. So where is your special place is the topic. So I will firstly lead in, ask children where is your special place and why, share my own special place and its photo in my childhood. So for example, the bicycle shed in Grandpa's community is my special place. The reason is my friends and me loved playing hiding and shaking game in that place. So this is why this place is special for me, because I have the experience and I know my friendship in the childhood happened in this place. So when I grew up, I found out that this place is really special for me. So this could be a lead-in for children to let them think of their own special place. So the lesson goal for the first lesson, the first one is a student to share their own special place in the class. such as the special place can be the post office 1 kilometer north of the school, because the first letter this student write to his or her father was sent at this post office. Or the special place can be a bookstore 2 kilometer east of the school, because the students always go here reading storybooks and fictions with best friend after school. So the special place must have the special experience linked to their own life. Students finally have the ability to summarize and describe the geographical concept, place, in their own word. Aside their understanding of place that have to contain two elements. The first one is the location. The second one is the meaning. So I'm gonna to conclude the lesson one as I will always remember the reason why the special place is special, because people have the remarkable experience here. Then this special related to people, which mean this place is really special to them. And then it's a lesson 2. So the lesson 2 is still in the pre-field work part. I'm designing this class for 40 minutes, so it's still in the engage phrase in the 5E model. And this class I aim to introduce a map and a direction concept to children. So I'm gonna to introduce the compass rules and the symbols of north, south, west, and east. So this is a compass rules. Children could use this one to figure where is the four directions, and the children could label the four directions symbols on the compass rules. This is very useful to use in the map, in the geography, and in their daily life. And the lesson goal for the lesson 2 is students are able to name all the landmarks or the significant places on the each directions. We could have a look at this little map. This map is really easy drawing, and people could we could record what people say, just like in the on the north direction, they have the State Library of Queensland and the Art Gallery, and the north is the city's direction. Also, just like in the south direction, there is a church and the Brisbane River. Teacher could label each places children mentioned on the board, just like this. Help them to be clear of each directions and know the significant places on each directions they familiar with. Lesson 3 is still the engage phrase, and I designed it for 20 minutes. It helps children to engage with the ICT group and group work and measurement. So the approach here is students are encouraged to use a diverse search, such as the Google Map, and find out the places mentioned last class. For example, students will say, my special place is the Vale of Brisbane, because this is the first time I came to Brisbane, and I tried this with my family members. So this is a way children to name out the special place and explain the reason why the place is special. And then children will find one online map, such as a Google Map. So then they type the keywords in the search box, the Vale of Brisbane. Use a compass rules to tell that this place is northwest of school. And then choose the starting point as school location and the end point to find out the distance between those two places. Encourage students to do like this and encourage them to use the geographical concept terms. And in this lesson 3, students are scaffolding to measure how long is their own steps. Okay, so then we could have a look at the example, how we help students, how we scaffolding students to measure their own steps, measure the distance, measure the how long is their own steps. Okay. From the example, we could see one step my mom take is 52 centimeters, and normally we could roughly think one step is 50 kilometers. So in the last example, my mom and my little sister as a model to present how to measure the children's own steps, how long is their own steps in class. So it's easy to see. The child take a normal step and the teacher mark the front and the back feet. Then the children leave this position and use a tape measure to measure distance and record it. After that, the student can assist each other in taking measurements in pairs. So teacher and one student could show in class how to do this, and students could do that themselves. Alright, so now is our second part, the fieldwork part, and it's the lesson 4. I designed the lesson 4 for 55 minutes, so it's a explore phase in a 5E inquiry model. How to investigate it? Okay, so students walk to their special place and then count the number of steps or how long they have taken. In the pre-field work, students are scaffolding to measure how long is their own steps. We could roughly see one step as 50 centimeter. Students take photo with their special place. This action is meaningful. Students take picture of the special place and then write down information about this place on the back of photo. For example, on which day it was shot, who shot it, how many meters or centimeters away from the kilometers away from the school, and how long it takes to work. In this lesson, here are various of situation would happen, so I consider it as for students who come back early, they could view the tasks and waiting for the remaining students. As for students who would like to spend more time outside, they have to inform teacher and finish it in 10 minutes. Safety concern on each direction, there have to be at least one teacher supervising. And I'm going to involve parents in. So 8 parents are invited to be the volunteers to follow students toward 4 directions, which means streets on each directions would have 2 parents to make sure students' safety. Students did not finish the goals of visiting their special place, so how could they do? I'm going to assign the as homework after school for them. Parents are asked to supervise students finish these tasks. Students are asked to complete this task and gather the useful information before next lesson. The lesson 5, because students will have the discussion about gathered information next class. Also, consider maybe students have no digital resources to record their special place, or they have difficulty to access the digital resources. Before they go, make sure on each direction there are at least three students carry the devices on the digital resources, such as the camera, the phone, the iPad, this kind of digital resources which could record the photo, record the distance, record the time. And the variety of ways to measure the distance from school to special place could be students who can ride bicycles can record how long it taken to ride a bicycle from school to their own special place to enrich their data about this special place. And they also have some several safety concerns. So after I further investigation, I decided to inform all the students the farthest endpoint in the 4 directions. So at the east is a view of the Brisbane, because if the student decided to walk to the view of the Brisbane, it will take 20 minutes, and this lesson is designed as 55 minutes. So this point should be the farthest point, and the west is ALDL west end. So students who want to walk to this supermarket, it will take 7 minutes. And the north is the State Library of Queensland. Students who want to walk to the library will take 20 minutes, and the source is the church. So walk to here will take 15 minutes. Students are required to not walk over the farthest point. The reason is based on the duration of field trip. If students go over, cannot come back on time. Also, the safety issue, go over the Brisbane River and the equity. As for students whose special place are close to school, the student who will come back earlier, they will wait too long time. Okay, so then in the final part of the lesson sequence is the post-field work. So let's start with the lesson 5. So I did the lesson 5 for 40 minutes. It's the explain phase in the 5E inquiry model, and the topic is a special place and me. The lesson goal here is ask children to write the reason that this place is special to them behind their photo and share their photo with class. Students choose their own group and choose a group leader. 3 to 4 students per group. Students report the information they gathered. In the group, discuss what is my special place and why. Where is it? Have anyone else could recognize this place? Have anyone else in the class know this place? Have been to this place? Or also this place is special to them? After discussion, ask every group leader to summarize and report to whole class. What children could develop in this phrase? Children could develop the literacy through writing and count the distance, could develop the numeracy ability. Just like we see one step as 50 centimeter, so totally distance should be the result of 50 centimeter times the totally steps. Also, they will develop the collaboration skills and the expression ability. Okay, then is lesson 6. This is for 40 minutes. And the topic is making up our own map. The approach is print out the big map of the West End area, and the students stick their photo on the map and label the star of their special places. Students write the descriptions just like the distance, the direction, the duration, etc., and of their special places on the big map to make up the class map. So in the future, a class could show this map to family, to community. And then it's a lesson 7. The lesson 7 is for 40 minutes. So it's a evaluate phrase in the 5 inquiry model. The topic is where is my home. So it's easy to see it's a follow-up activity. So students add their home into their own little map. They are encouraged to find out the relationships among special place, school, and home. Just like maybe the school is here, and the special place is here, and home is here. It's a triangle relationship. So this will further develop their concept in the mind of geographical and map. So this is in order to inspire students to consider themselves as a citizen in this community and in this city, in this country.